We just want to do our show. I didn't go out into the shed and dig through all the boxes in the heat to find this cheerleading costume for nothing. By the way, this is the original, authentic cheerleading costume. Shed and dig through all the boxes in the heat to find this cheerleading costume for nothing. By the way, this is the original, authentic cheerleading costume. Shed and dig through all the boxes in the heat to find this cheerleading. So we're live on YouTube. Congrats. We did it somehow on YouTube. So hey, everybody on YouTube, if you did not know what we were doing, we also did not know that we were going live on YouTube. So welcome. We are live on YouTube, and Karen Tolman is checking to make sure that that is the proper information. And assuming that that's the proper information, yes, Karen Tolman? Not yet? Okay. And as you can tell, you know, we have no idea what we're doing. This is the first time we've ever done this, and I'm the first to say that I have never done this. And I don't think anybody else has done this either. So we're doing the best we can to go live and have an enjoyable experience with you guys during this crazy time in the world. So we're going to start by welcoming everybody and asking you guys if you can see me as the spotlighted video. So great. So we're good to go. So first of all, thank you for your patience. We were supposed to be live on Facebook, but instead we went live on YouTube because YouTube is such a great channel, and we're so thankful for that. So as a, courtesy to YouTube, thank you for not being overloaded. And we want to just get this thing started. So before we get started, we want to just let everybody know that we are live right here on YouTube with you guys worldwide for the very first ever Waldrup Worldwide Pep Rally. Woo-hoo-hoo!
Hey. Woohoo!
And as you can tell, ladies and gentlemen, I am wearing my original, authentic Bulldog, Fountain Blue High School Bulldog uniform. I did have to search through the shed to find it, but I actually did find it. So life is good and all is well. So let's get the show started out. So we're going to get the show started out with, first of all, a nice warm welcome. And just a reminder that it's not just me on the call. There are 35 people from Waldrup Worldwide. Y'all make some noise. Let me hear you. All over the world that are on right now with us, and they are enjoying themselves and having a great time all across the country and all across the world. So I'm not sure if we have anybody international on, but hopefully we do. And we're just excited to lift your spirits. So you might be thinking to yourself, why did you create this idea? What was the reason why you thought it would be fun to do a stream on Zoom and streamed to platform YouTube, Facebook, wherever? Well, because you can, and because everybody's at home and everybody's bored and everybody is trying to be safe. And so we thought, rather than keeping it serious, which we've already done, you've seen our cabin fever series, we decided to keep this one a little bit more silly and have a funny pep rally. As far as I'm concerned, we're probably the first people in the history to do an online pep rally. And we're so excited for that. So yay to be the first time for that. So before we get started, we are going to ask Mr. Latonia to welcome us to the call. And he is going to share with you guys the excitement of the call. And here he is to speak to you in real life, Mr. Latonia.
Welcome worldwide, Waldrup, everyone to the pep rally. Yay! Can you hear me? Can everyone hear me?
We can hear you, Mr. Latonia.
Yay!
You're looking better than ever.
Waldrup Worldwide, first pep rally ever. You're going to love it. Yay!
The very first Mr. Latonia ever shown on our And please note, that is the very first time that Chris Schaffner has ever played the Pennsylvania fight song for us. Woohoo! Go Penn State. Thank you, Chris Schaffner, for your special gift. And
Actually, it was in the song.
oh my gosh. So thank you for that, Chris. So we're gonna get this thing started out. As I've told y'all, this is silly. We downloaded digital backgrounds. I have some stories to tell, such as stories about my hometown, San Francisco, which is not true at all. I'm actually from a little town called Mandeville, Louisiana, and we are here for our Waldrup Worldwide Pep Rally. Woo! So there are so many fun things, and we're really geeking out, and we're having so much fun right now. Things aren't going as planned, but that's the way God works. God has a funny sense of humor, and I keep saying that God has a funny way of doing business, and that's what he's doing tonight. He's up there laughing at us. But we do have a great show for you guys. So no matter what, we're going to have fun. We're going to have a great show. And the whole purpose is to make you feel good. So this video will be on YouTube forever. So smile and be positive and feel good because it's still on YouTube. And we'll just simply share it to Facebook later. So here we go. So let's talk about kind of the point of the pep rally. Why did we decide to do this? Where did the concept come in, and what is the point? We decided to do it because of the coronavirus. We knew that we knew that we had to do a spirit week to keep everybody up this week. We knew that this was going to be the hardest week of the whole experience that we've had. We also decided to do it because we wanted to make people feel good during this time and be silly. And I feel confident enough in myself and my career because of Waldrup Worldwide to do something so silly. So we're thankful for that as well. And it's the first time, as far as I'm concerned, that it's been done. So we want to kick it off by starting. You're going to be seeing some people come together during this time, and we're going to get started with sharing an inspirational story. We posted on the page a couple days ago that we were looking for inspirational stories, and we really were looking for something that would make people feel like, you know, they were at an ice cream truck. You know, I remember the other day, I was actually hanging out at my friend Greg's house doing some virtual hangouts with the fans, and we were having such a fun time. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, when I thought that everyone was under quarantine, all of a sudden, bam, there was an ice cream truck that drove by. So we're going to start the show out with this. And this is our very first story. And this is coming from Brightview and the residents of an assisted living center. And it's called Vibrant Living Center. And we're going to start out with this video and just share it with you now.
You want some ice cream, Jojo? I love it. You like strawberry shortcake? I just want, I love everything. How about a flexicle? Oh, they need Jimmy. Okay, Jimmy. Everything that is so unusual. Boy, you just made my day.
Well, and I think that's exactly what we're trying to do. I think that's what we're trying to do right now, is make people's day. So that is a story that we want to share with you. And there is a wonderful lady right now named Emily Martinelli. And I want to invite her to the show and say hi. How are you doing, Emily?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
Thank you for joining us.
Thanks.
Tell us the story about that. What a cool idea to send the nurses around and share such a beautiful moment with them.
Yeah, so we are a senior living community in Warren, New Jersey. So we have about 112 residents right now. And as you all know, everyone is quarantined and currently quarantined to their apartments, which is They are extremely small. So we do the best we can, and I am the activities director there. So we do FaceTime calls to their families. We do have happy hour every day. So from 3:30 to 4:30, we go around with the cart, and they do have their wine and beer, and we give out treats. We just had an Easter parade with their families. So they drove around our community, which is a large, beautiful community on a mountain. So all their families had posters out the windows and their grandkids out the windows. So they got to look out their own windows and see their families. Unfortunately, we can't touch them or hug them like we normally would, to show our love to them. So it is hard, but they're doing their puzzles and they're having all their conversations with all their friends that they met there via FaceTime and the phone. So we're trying to keep them busy. But the last thing we did before this all happened was a big sock hop. And we got everyone together with a sock hop, and we had cutouts and they put their head through them. So there's a lot going on. Just this time is really difficult, especially for our senior population, but we're making do with everything going on.
Well, I got to tell you, Emily, thank you for sending that video. That was so sweet of you to send that to us. We have a massive online following, and our goal right now is to do the exact same thing that you're doing with your community, but with our community, and just make people feel good. So I love what you do with the popsicles. That was so cool. And how old was that lady that you gave that one popsicle to?
She's 100. Her birthday's in July, so she'll be turning 101. So she is our oldest resident.
That is so awesome. And what's her name?
Josephine.
Josephine. I love that. Well, Josephine is an inspiration to all of us. I think it's the first time that Josephine has gone through this in her life, because I think the last pandemic was in 1918. So she was born in 1920. So she has never been through this. None of us on the call have ever been through this. We're learning a lot. I think we're uniting. We're doing the best that we can. I think, I don't know, I can't speak for everybody, but I think I can speak for myself and probably you, that, it has caused us to be more creative.
Absolutely. And it brings us all together. And so in a way, it's a blessing in disguise. It's still an awful time, but I think families have realized now that we need each other more than ever. So having a following like this is definitely needed during this time.
Well, thanks for doing it for Easter. That's so cool. My dad sent me a video, and it was a truck that was riding down his street with an Easter bunny on the back of it. So I just think it's really cool when people are remembering the elderly and the people who are, my dad isn't elderly, but the people who can't get out, because my dad's over 60. So let's take a minute. Thank you so much, Emily, for your time and for sharing that with us. And now we're going to share Josephine's very special moment with you guys. This is a really cool video. I love this. I thought it was really neat whenever I received it. And this is a video of Josephine herself telling a story. So let's listen to Josephine.
My name is Josephine Fitzsimmons. I just turned 100, July the 23rd, and if I live till another July, I'll be 101. Enjoy your health as long as you got me, because it's very, very important. And I'll take one day at a time and live it to the fullest. So have a good evening and nice talking to you. Bye.
That's amazing. Isn't that great?
And Emily, I really love that. And I really appreciate you sharing that with us, because she is truly an inspiration. Oh my goodness, 100 years old. I wish I could get to talk to her in person, but you tell her that I said hello. And I'll have to send her a CD in the mail that she can listen to during this time. All right, thanks so much. We appreciate you guys for joining us. So that is so awesome. We're so thankful and honored that Emily and Josephine were a part of our call and are now a part of our Waldrup Worldwide family. I love it. Welcome, Emily. Welcome, Josephine. So awesome. So we're going to get moving on to the point of the night where I'm going to play a song. And one of the interesting things about this live stream is that I did not tell you guys, and it killed me all day, but I wanted so bad to tell you that today is the first day that you can download Breakthrough as a pre-order. So we're very excited about that. It is the first day. In fact, it's so new that when I got on this call, I actually my phone's ringing because someone's excited about some other thing they saw online today, but What I was going to say is, whenever I got online today, I was just especially excited about the technology, but also that Breakthrough's out. So when I got on, it was only available on Google Play. So I shared the Google Play link up in the comment section. Comment, download it, but you will be able to download it by midnight on all digital streaming platforms. iTunes. You'll be able to get it on Google Play. You'll be able to pre-order it on Amazon, but just know that it's not out yet. It doesn't come out until May 1st. But we're counting on Waldrup Worldwide to go ahead and pre-order. Breakthrough. Well, I start hating Monday on a Sunday because I know it's gonna be a drag. Lot of ticking, talking till I'm walking, yeah, clocking Friday in the bag. Something's always pushing, always pulling, always trying to bring me down. I see your smiling face, my happy place, yeah, my vacay starts right now. Now I got that kind of time to spend with you. Yeah, yeah, 'cause I got that kind of time to do whatever you wanna do. Drive around with the top down to a tiki bar, then count the stars, second row at the show, wind it up and let it go. I got that kind of time to spend with you. With you. Oh, you know I have that kind of time, y'all. We have so much time right now with not being on the road, but we are thankful to be able to play music anyway through the internet. Oh yeah, I got all kinds of laundry piling on me, man, I just wanna burn it down. Oh, 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 let's grab a couple buckets and fill them up, 'cause I'm feeling lucky, yeah, let's leave this town. Oh, 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 you know the game and you know I'm in it, ain't no limit, I just wanna shine. I'm tired of all the BS, be that, be this. Hey, that's the life, it's mine. And I got that kind of time to spend with you. Oh, yeah, you know I always do. I got that kind of time to do whatever you wanna do. Hey, Jana, drive around with the top down, tiki bar, count the stars, second row at the show, wind it up and let it go. I got that kind of time, the time to spend with Andrew Dempsey. With you. Oh, y'all looking good out there. It's good to see some of my friends tonight. We got Matt Overton on, looking good. We got Leon Snee. We got Julie Phillips, Bob Smith. See, I've got that kind of time. Oh, oh, oh. I got that kind of time. Oh, I got that kind of time to spend with you. Yeah, Waldrup Worldwide, you know I always do. I got that kind of time to spend with you. With you. When I was writing this song, I never could imagine how relevant it would be now. And I'm playing it more now than ever because it just fits, you know? 'Cause I got that kind of time for you. For you. Thanks for having the time for me. You. With you. That's right. We got that kind of time tonight, y'all. We sure do. And a lot of us do. You know, we're home. We have people from all over the world watching. Hey, Michael Zoltowski, first time meeting you ever. Hi, nice to see you on. I've been seeing all your Spirit Week posts and we're really excited. Thank you so much for that. Special shout out to Rodney for the funky glasses and the bottle of wine he sent me in the mail. We needed more than ever. Kim Cloniger, our Patreon. Nice to see you on, girlfriend. She's amazing. And Holly Blake, everybody, thank you all, everybody for joining. So speaking of the, I don't know, Spirit Week, speaking of the Spirit Week, we are about to start the next segment of the show, which is going to be honoring the people who won the Spirit Week contest. So for those of you who are joining, I want to say all week long, we have had themes each day. And each day, we have a winner for each day for dressing up. And I want to thank the winners. And not only do I want to thank them, I want to give them a special shout out. So we want to start out by honoring our very first winner for dressing up like the queen of the opera. No other than the one person or one of the people who have dressed up every single day, Miss Holly Blake. Congratulations, Holly Blake. Your gift is coming in the mail. Here's her costume. Doesn't she look good? Yeah. So that one's coming in the mail to you, girlfriend. And that was on Monday. And the theme was Make You Smile Monday. And I think Holly Blake did that. I think she made everybody smile. So thank you, Holly. The next day, we did Team Tuesday, which I'm not trying to say that I did not rig it. I have to say I did not rig it. But it just so happens that the winner of our Team Tuesday happens to be a fan of the New Orleans Saints, Mr. Bobby Jones. Woo! Oh, yeah. We love you. If you haven't seen these entries, please go check out our Instagram. We have a story that says Instagram Spirit Week Spotlight Reel, and go check out his video. It was very funny. I wanted to play the video behind us, but I don't know the software well enough, and I'm learning. So go check out the video that Bobby Jones submitted, and he is our winner for Team Tuesday. Now, we did have a Wild West Wednesday. And I know what you're thinking. How could somebody dress up as Wild West? Well, don't ask me. Ask Bob Smith. Woohoo! Bob Smith. Looking good over there, Mr. Bob Smith. So there you go. This one's coming in the mail to you, Bob. Congratulations for winning for Wild West Wednesday. And on Thursday, we had one of my dearest friends ever pop in with her version of her. She has a favorite band of all time. And everybody was encouraged to wear the outfit or the t-shirt of that band. And you know that Sarah Williams has worn Karen Waldrup gear. So you know I had to pick her, right, y'all? How could any other band be better than Karen Waldrup band, right, Chris Schaffner? Just kidding. So our Thursday winner is a shout out to the wonderful Sarah Williams. Love you, girl. Thank you so much for everything. And the final winner tonight is someone that is new to Waldrup Worldwide. I have never met, but her entry impressed me so much that we picked her, Miss Devin Painter. There she is. And she is wearing her volleyball t-shirt and from Alabama. And we're just really thankful that Devin is now a part of Waldrup Worldwide. So thank you, Devin. You're looking good, girl. And Waldrup Worldwide Spirit Week has just been so much fun. I have dressed up every single day. If you missed it, go check out the Spirit Week stuff and go through and look at everything. Look at the video, look at the spotlight, look at the Instagram post, look at everything. So we truly are blessed, and we are thankful for Waldrup Worldwide, and we're thankful for all of you. But we have a very special guest. I know we've heard enough from me. So we're going to call on a football player, which works perfectly since I am in my perfect cheerleading costume for this moment. And we're going to go ahead and bring a football player in. He is not only a football player, ladies and gentlemen. This is the one and only Matt. Where is he? Overton. Where I'm going to find him. There he is. Okay. Matt Overton. And here he is.
Hey, how's it going?
Matt, how are you doing? Y'all make a big round of applause.
Happy to be here. Let's have some fun. Yeah.
It has been a challenging technology time for us, but we're doing something that I don't think anyone's ever done. So thank you for joining us and sharing your story. How are you doing?
All good. I'm just on my quarantine honeymoon, so I ain't got nothing to do.
Well, tell us more about that.
My wife and I, we got married March 14th, and we got married right before the quarantine and
Just in time.
just in time. So we're lucky, and we're spending our time in Nashville and Indianapolis, and so we're just going back and forth, and primarily in Nashville because the weather's a little bit warmer down there. So we'll be back down there this weekend.
Well, before we start talking about your football, I want to ask you, when you got married on the 14th, everything was still kind of normal. Like, did you have people come and travel? And
Yeah, ironically, all my family, I'm from California, so
amen.
all my family and friends came from California and Washington. So Seattle was one of the hottest little epicenters of the virus at the time, and still is. And so we had a lot of people that came from those areas. They still made it. We had a couple people stay back because they were either teachers or nurses that were in contact with people who had been tested positive for the coronavirus. And so just for the safety of them and for us, they just stayed home. But we had over 200 people come to Indianapolis and celebrate.
For that. I mean, you want to talk about the nick of time.
Yeah, we got lucky because the next weekend would have been completely canceled. So we got extremely lucky. It was a blessing, and now we're our honeymoon is in home, and we're getting to know each other pretty well. So
yeah, more than most people. So that's a great foundation for a marriage. So tell me about your career. We know you played for the Indianapolis Colts, and we just want to hear a little bit, from you about your life and some inspiration into how that's gone.
Yeah, well, I mean, just like I come from a football family, and football's in my blood, and so at a young age, my dream was to play in the NFL, and I mean, really to condense the story down, really it coming out of high school, had no scholarship offers. I went to junior college, and so junior college is equivalent to the show that you see on Netflix, Last Chance U. And so I played there for 2 years, and I got a scholarship out of Diablo Valley College in California, and went up to Western Washington, a small Division II school just north of Seattle. And at the time, I was a defensive end and linebacker, and I had a special God-gifted ability to long snap, which is the upside down quarterback. So hopefully everyone knows what a long snapper is, but I'm essentially the center on punts and field goals, and I have my head between my legs the entire time, and I snap a football 15 yards. So that's what I do, and not a lot of people can do it. So that was my ticket to the NFL. But coming from a small Division II school, I didn't have a lot of NFL scouts knocking on my door or coming to scout me. So I just had to go after it, and I had to go against the odds. And again, I'm just trying to condense the story, but really at the end of the day, it took me 6 years after college to finally play my first NFL game.
Wow.
Between my draft year and my first year as an Indianapolis Colt, I spent time with the Seattle Seahawks and played in minor leagues and got cut and released and from so many different teams. And then finally in 2012, God brought me to Indiana, and I made the Colts roster and played here for 5 years. And then I played the past 3 years in Jacksonville for the Jaguars. Indianapolis, where I met my wife. That's call home. I'm a Hoosier at heart, and we found our way down to Nashville too. And so, it's been just a testimony of perseverance. And so when I share my story, there's a lot that goes into the details of it all, and just all the ups and downs. But an incredible journey, and really it comes down to perseverance and faith, and just allowing God to navigate me through all the things that he wanted me to experience along the way. And so, it took me 6 years to finally make an NFL team. And I was a 26-year-old rookie when typically most rookies are about 21, 22 years old. So I was a little bit more mature coming in. But I think that really helped me prolong my career. And I'm currently a free agent, so I'm praying and preparing for another opportunity, and let's see what happens. But life is good, and along the way, I want to help mentor kids and share my story. And I know the country music biz pretty well, and I know how hard that is. And so it's one of those things where you just got to keep on grinding and take any opportunity that comes its way, because really there's no opportunity that's too big or too small that can't help you in some way, or you meet someone special along the way that really becomes a intricate part of your journey to help you either connect to somebody else or a door that opens along the way. So I have a lot of buddies that are in the country music business, and I enjoy listening to their stories and how you go from the small little podunk bars in the middle of nowhere to sold out arenas. So it's a pretty cool parallel story between athletics and music.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
A couple things about your story that I think are really interesting. And first of all, this is my high school cheerleading outfit, by the way.
Hey, I got to give a shout out to the Tracy High Bulldogs in Tracy, California, because I'm a Bulldog too. So
there you
the only
go.
thing is we're green and gold, and then I appreciate Chris doing that was the Notre Dame fight song. I used to Penn State.
I thought it was
That's Notre Dame. I don't know. I mean, I live in Indiana, so I know, and I'm a Rudy fan. I'm number 45 in the movie Rudy, the underdog story. He was number 45, and so yeah, that's not Penn State. That's the Fighting Irish all the day. So
okay, so he knew. He called me out, Chris. He's on right now. He's laughing. Here we go. We're gonna unmute you, Chris. Is that the truth, Chris? You told me you're playing Penn State. What happened?
Am I muted? I don't know if you can hear me.
I can hear you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, I think Notre Dame's fight song is like the oldest fight song in the history of college football.
No, but what you played was Notre Dame.
Yeah, exactly, man. Yeah. Thanks for that, Matt. And yeah, you have a great story, Matt. It's inspiring. Thank you for that.
Oh, like I said, there's a lot more that goes into that, but yeah, and I never thought that I'm going to be 35 this summer. I never thought that I'd be playing a kids game at this point in my life, and so blessed to do it, and I love it, and use my platform to help others and do positive things. And so what you're doing with this pep rally is pretty cool, and I'm just thankful for joining in. And I know I guess we connected somehow through Mike, who is William Michael Morgan's manager. Yeah. And so I've known William for a while.
He's such a cool guy.
Like great guy. Last time I saw him was in Louisville when he played with Alan Jackson. Yep. And so he's got a cool story, and we've spent some time together just on a personal level, not behind in the green room or anything like that. So he's a cool dude, and so that's kind of cool how we got connected with this. So shout out to William Michael Morgan.
Shout out to William Michael Morgan.
Yeah.
And the two things that I think are most interesting about your story is the fact that you had this gap in time, which I think shows perseverance, like you said. What did that feel like from that time that you were like not in college to the time that you were waiting to get in the NFL? Like, how was that? I mean, it must have been extremely stressful, overwhelming. People were probably doubting you. I mean, it was probably pretty tough.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, I went, like I said, I'm from a small Division II school. So the expectation coming out there wasn't really high. Not a lot of guys got the opportunity to play at the next level. So, like I said, I have a special ability with long snapping, and not a lot of
and defense. I see.
Yeah, so I mean, I went to the Seahawks right away after my draft year. They picked me up, and then they say the NFL is the acronym. The acronym for NFL is not for long, and I lasted my first time with the Seahawks. I lasted 3 days, and I got cut after my third day, and I was devastated. I went back to school, finished my degree, which was great. And then fortunately I played in the Arena League. I played in the United Football League, which is equivalent to what the XFL is now. And so between college and my first year in Indianapolis, I was playing and doing everything that I could to stay relevant. But yeah, it was definitely, there was times where, I was broke, had no money, had to go find some odd end jobs through Craigslist or anything I could pick up, construction working. So definitely humbling beginnings. And But then whenever I'd get a taste of the NFL, man, it just fueled me to keep on going. And man, I look back on my past, and there's signs from God along the way that I knew that He was in it all the way, and He was teaching me something along the way. And so,
in those 5 years, you were like getting it in the gym. I mean, you were just keeping.
Oh yeah. I mean, I lived in Omaha, Nebraska for a little bit, and I never thought, I mean, a California kid, what would ever take me to Omaha? But I was there playing and training, and then that led me to Indiana, and I haven't left. So I'm like, I haven't gone back to California to live. I just go to visit my family and friends. But I mean, and then I never thought, after I got released from the Colts, believe it or not, Jacksonville was the last team I ever wanted to go to, because they were a division rival team with us in Indiana. And so every time I played in Jacksonville, there was like no fans. It was hot. It was dismal. It was depressing because they were never winning. And my first year in Jacksonville was 2017, and that was the first time in 10 years that we'd made the playoffs as a team, and we made it to the AFC Championship. So I got to be there at a special time. So again, like, those are just God things, you know. Like, I set me up there for a reason, and it turned out way more incredible than I ever thought I would have experienced, and spent 2.5 years there, and again, built some great relationships, experienced something new, living in Florida. That was great on the beach. So good experiences there. And then now I'm a free agent again. I've been in this position before. Now I'm a little bit older. And so I'm just hoping that one of these NFL teams comes knocking on the door of an old veteran and needing the veteran service. So I'm staying in shape and training in Nashville right now. And I got some good friends and guys that I can train with right there. And like I said, the weather's nice down there right now. So my wife and I really enjoy it.
Good for you.
Yeah.
I think my favorite part about your story, and this is the first time I've ever gotten to talk to you, which I think is good that it was the first time. My favorite part about your story is that, you know, there's so many people, and I think it's parallel for music, for sports, for arts, for painting, for anything. Like, there has to be a certain level of like crazy involved. Like, you have to and by the way, next time I hang out with you, I won't be wearing this. It'll take me a little bit more serious. But I think it's true. You know, you just have to really stick with it, and you have to grind, and you have to push. And there's been times in my career, and Williams and yours, and where it's just like, you know, is this, you know, what am I doing? And then it pays off, you know, and then you never know. And it's interesting too, because then you find yourself in a situation all these years later where you're now able to share that story and inspire others. So we really appreciate you sharing that with us today.
Yeah, you gotta always rely on your why, right? Like, why do you do what you do? And
what's your why?
Because I love what I do. And I'm like I said, it's like taking a gift that God had given me and really taking it to where, you know, to the highest ability that I can. And I love doing what I'm doing, and I wouldn't be continuing to pursue it if I didn't. And I'm sure the same would be for you. If, you know, music wasn't your first love, you know, you would have given up a long time ago. And you know, I would have gave up on football a long time ago if I didn't love it. So God just put it in my heart to keep on fighting, and again, using the story as a testimony to help other people along.
Yep, absolutely. It's totally in our hearts, and it's kind of our calling, and we're meant to do it. And I really appreciate you sharing that. You helped others, but you really helped me too, because hearing your story reminds me of like all the people who are, you know, and I have a specific friend right now. I'm not going to say his name because I'll tell you later off the air, but he's literally just graduated and had a spot on an NFL team and didn't get it this year. And so he's in the same boat. So I might connect you with him. I don't know if you're interested in connecting, but I think he might be able to, or maybe even just share the stream with him. And, you know, he's in the same exact boat, just chipping along. And I'm in the same boat, just chipping along, you know, just building my brand, building my chops like you know, practicing. So thank you for sharing the story, and thank you for your time.
Oh, my pleasure. Thanks for having me.
Y'all give it up for Matt Overton tonight. Thank you so much, Matt.
Oh, my pleasure. Thank you.
We'll catch up with you hopefully next time in person.
All right.
All right. See ya. Well, how cool that we got to see Matt Overton. What a perfect night to have him on. This is a sports night. It's supposed to be a fun, uplifting, silly experience. And that was an inspirational, serious moment in the midst of chaos. So for all of you who are on, welcome. If you just joined us, this is Karen Waldrup. We're at our pep rally, our first annual virtual pep rally, and we're so thankful for everybody who's joined us. We already announced our winners. We interviewed an NFL football player, Mr. Matt Overton, and this is the moment that we've all been waiting for, and this is the moment I've been waiting for. So what we're going to do is we're going to put all of the Waldrup Worldwide supporters on the call. And we're going to encourage you to do a Waldrup Worldwide chant. Now, I know that it's cheesy because the whole point of a pep rally is all cheesy. And I wouldn't have worn this if I didn't want to be cheesy. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a chant. And we're going to sing this together. And when I say the chant, everyone is going to repeat after me. Okay? So here we go. I think this is one everybody knows. Everywhere we go.
Everywhere we go,
People want to know.
people want to know who we are.
So we tell them.
So we tell them.
Waldrup Worldwide.
Waldrup Worldwide.
Waldrup Worldwide.
Waldrup
Worldwide.
If you can't hear us.
If you can't hear us.
Sorry, thanks, bye.
Sorry, thanks, bye.
Y'all come back and Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Waldrup Worldwide.
This has lifted my spirits. And if you're not sure what Sorry Thanks Bye is, it's a whole joke. You can feel free to borrow it in your relationships and your family. It's pretty funny. So if someone says something like, if they say, oh, you were supposed to pick up this from the store. Oh, sorry, thanks. And then you say, sorry, thanks, bye. And it's like your way of like getting out of anything. Try it. Try it in your lives. Try it in your marriages. Try it in your funny lives. It works every time. Sorry, thanks, bye. But this is the moment I've been waiting for. We've all been waiting for the cheer. I appreciate everybody on the air tonight that has joined us and has shared something. I want to give one quick little moment before we announce our big news to spotlight somebody. So if you're interested in being spotlighted and talk to me, then just raise your hand. Put your hand up, and well, not your physical hand, your digital hand. It's like raise my hand, and then this will be your chance to kind of say what you want to say. And then we're going to start with Don Broughton.
Hey, Karen, how are you?
I'm good. I saw that you raised your hand and wanted to see what you had to say.
Just wanted to say to Waldrup Worldwide, you know, guys, we got to keep supporting Karen, and we got to keep supporting everybody in this situation we're in. So my wife Laura and I are here to say hi, and
hi, Karen.
Let's just keep being safe.
That's exactly right. Thank you for that. It's so awesome. I'm going to lower your hand, and then I'm going to call in the next person. If you would like to say something, this is a chance to just kind of say what you might be feeling. And we're going to go ahead and call in Charles Hammond III. How are you, Charles?
I'm doing well. How you doing?
Are you in the back of like a creeper van, or what is that?
It's my truck. Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
It's my 18 wheeler.
It looks awesome. It looks very comfortable. Is that your bed?
Yeah, it's a bunk bed.
Thank you for sharing that with us. That's super cool.
Yeah.
I love that. And where are you?
Currently right now I'm shut down in Franklin, Kentucky. And then I'll be heading to Tennessee tomorrow to pick up a load to take up to Illinois.
Well, awesome. I'm sure you wish you were on the motorcycle, but you know, second best.
But I do want to say thank you to all the people that are following my posts. You know, obviously I started driving tractor trailers. So I'm delivering goods all around the country, you know, keeping the stores stocked up. And a lot of the Waldrup Worldwide friends that I made have been, you know, staying in touch with me, talking to me, encouraging me, thanking me. So it's been a blessing, and I appreciate it. Appreciate the love.
Charles. It's truly a family that we've built. So we love you, Charles, and we're always here for you. And you know, the thing is, if you guys are new to this, or if this is the first time that you've ever kind of experienced what we do, we really do have like a little family. It's really something else. So I encourage everybody to just talk to each other, you know, have fun, get to know each other. And so Kim Cloniger, she has her hand lifted. So Kim, are you on? Kim, are you on? Oh no, we'll have to try her next time.
I'm here.
Oh, there she is. Can you hear me, Kim? Can you hear me, Kim? Well, anyway, I think we had some technical difficulties there, but anyway, oh, Debbie Knight wants to say hi. Hi, Debbie.
Hi, Karen. How are you?
I'm doing good. Good to see you.
Yes, I just want to say thank you again for lifting everybody's spirit. Waldrup Worldwide is amazing. And you are just a wonderful, inspiring person. And just thank you for lifting all our spirits.
Thank you, girl. Thanks for lifting my spirits. I got to talk to Debbie one-on-one for 30 minutes over Easter weekend, and it was really fun.
Yeah, we had a great chat.
We sure did. So awesome. Well, thanks for joining in.
Thank you.
Yeah. So thank y'all so much for hanging out with us. You know, as everything in life goes, as Matt was saying, and as I've experienced, you don't ever really know what God has in store for you. So we were meant to go live on YouTube, which we didn't mean to, but we're here live on YouTube, and we're thankful for that. And so what we're going to do is we're going to end this. I want to announce that I have a brand new song that is out today on pre-sale. Yeah, that's right, Michael. It's on pre-sale. And so you can't listen to it yet, but you can support by pre-ordering it. And I'm going to give you a sample right now. I have been looking forward to this all day. I just am so thankful for having new music come out, especially during a time where we can't go in the studio. I reached out to a producer the other day and I said, hey, you know, when are we going to hit the studio? And they're like, well, we're closed. We can't hit the studio. And so I'm really thankful to have a song in the bank that I can release to y'all as we figure out when we're going to go in the studio again. So we're going to end the call with playing a little bit of it, dancing with you guys, and we're encouraging you guys to dance along. And then after we're done, I'm going to end this stream, and then I'm going to reopen the stream. You can join us or you cannot join us. It is totally up to you. And we are going to try this again on Facebook Live for all of our million fans across the globe on Facebook. So if you have to go, I totally get it. It's been a lot of time. If you can stick around, we're going to try round 2. And if we can't make it work, then we'll just have a beer and call it a night. So this is a song that I've loved, and I think it's so perfect that it dropped during this time in history. This is a song I wrote. The inspiration behind this song is that I wanted to write this song, or I didn't really want to write it. I was actually in a workout class and I was working out, and I heard it in my heart during squats, and I heard it, and I wrote it with my friend Adam Searin and Jessa. And here it is for the first time. I'm playing it for you guys. I am honored to play it for y'all, and I need to figure out how to play it for y'all. But it is a song that I feel like has just really been fun to play on the road, but also I think it's perfect for this specific time. And so here it is, and it's just a little sample. So I'm asking everyone to dance and have fun. And here it is. I'm gonna get a fast forward. I don't want to get all the way.
Cause I forgive you, cause I have to. Yes, I forgive you to break through. No more sleepless